I said hello to you.
Okay.
And I left.
Okay.
You said you remember me.
Yes. So you're my student, right?
Yes. And my freshman year, I'm your student.
Okay.
And I took your oral English class.
Yes.
And now junior. I'm junior now.
Okay. So is your major English?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's my major.
Because I'm teaching some students, they are not major in English, but they do have English classes.
Their English classes are different from mine. Ours are different from ours.
For example, right now I'm using one book for 10 classes.
For 10 classes?
Yes, I'm teaching the same.
So are you busy?
I have 13 classes. Actually, one book for 11 classes, and then one book for one class, and another book for the other class. But for me, they're about the same, right? So, in one class, they have a student who speaks well, a student who doesn't speak well. So the level varies a lot inside of a class, right?
First floor, do you want to together?
Huh?
I'll show you my schedule. In my junior year, my classes are fewer than the sophomore and freshman year.
Well, not too many classes, right?
But they are difficult.
Oh, they're
They
difficult.
are deep.
Oh, you have to study a lot.
You should need a lot of time to comprehend them.
Oh, I see. Yes, as the far as I know, for example, students from the last year, they have less classes because they I don't know, they have a time for the internship or maybe presentations.
Internship. Last 2 weeks, we had translation internships. Just a moment, our Dean Gao invited a teacher from Beijing, and he gave us a lecture.
Okay.
Just finished at 5:30, and I remembered you. I thought I should done with you together.
Okay. Okay.
Because last time I said next time because I was so busy last week and the week before last week.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, don't worry too much. Okay, I'm just I enjoy when an old student wants to eat with me and have a talk.
I have some photos. I'll show you.
Oh, okay.
This is my freshman year. And my sophomore year, I didn't take photos with you, but I have.
I don't have that photo in my phone anymore, but I do keep all the photos in the computer.
Okay.
So probably I do have that photo as well, but not in the phone right now.
You must have a lot of photos.
Yes, I do have 5 years of photos, right? I'm here 5 years.
Photos?
I do have lots of photos in China. I took much more pictures than when I was in the first years, right? So when I'm new to a place, I usually take a lot of photos. But I'm here already for 3 years, so I stopped taking a lot of photos. But I still do make lots of friends. For example, you're my student, right? So I do have your WeChat, of course, right? But for example, if you look my WeChat, so all the friends that are not my students, I try to take a photo to remember them. For example, these are all my students, right? But let's take a student, for example, from the English corner, right? this guy is from the English corner. I take a photo. You put in the background.
English corner.
Yes, because when I open the WeChat, I see the picture. In China, nobody uses their own picture in the profile. For example,
You have.
for example,
so
this is not his picture, right? So I took a picture of him and put in the background. So I open, I remember him.
This phenomenon is widespread in China.
Yeah, nobody uses their own picture. I know that.
Yeah.
And why is that? For example, these are okay. She's also for English corner. I took a picture, put in the background. But
Remember him better?
yes, but for example, all my students, I add them in all at once. 50 students. I don't take pictures of every one of them, right? So, for example, in your case here, I don't have a picture. I didn't put a picture in the background. But maybe you can do this now. For example, let's take a picture.
Okay. Now I'm such a mess.
No, you're not a mess. Okay. So I usually take a picture, send it to the person, and then I put in the background. So,
Let me do this thing.
you wanna do it too?
Let me do this. Such a mess.
So I put you in the center. So when I put it here, you show up in the center. Right?
Okay.
So it's okay. Do you wanna? We put me in the center. We're gonna do the same thing. But you don't need to put me in the background because I am using my own picture. So the problem is that Chinese people are not using their own picture. Why is that?
Why is that? I don't know why.
No,
Just
nobody,
like that?
nobody uses their own picture. It's interesting. Almost nobody.
But in Western countries, such as
The other countries that
Instagram or something, they use their photos as
yes,
their.
they use their own photo. In Brazil, they use it. United States, they use their own photos. Canada, their own photos. My country,
I'll
right?
try to ask for why. I'll try to find out the reasons. I'll show your picture.
So, are you using your own picture? No, right? You're still. What about you? No, right? So, what is your reason for not using your own picture?
What's my reason?
Yes.
Just
So, who is this girl?
this girl is from
Is she a
Korea.
celebrity?
South Korea.
South Korea.
She's
Actor.
she's
Actress.
an actress.
Okay.
And she sings songs.
No, okay, she's a singer, pop
I like
singer.
her for 8 or 9 years. Just like her. So use her photos. So Chinese students, they like the actors or actress.
Yeah, but I got three answers for this question. They tell me they're shy.
Okay.
They tell me that they're not beautiful, they're ugly, and they tell me that they are protecting their privacy. This is the three most.
Protecting the privacy.
Yes.
This is the most important reason.
But I don't understand how one picture can violate your privacy. For example, look at my picture in the WeChat. Look at my picture. You don't know nothing about me. You don't know my phone number. You don't know my address. You don't know how many kids I have.
Photo.
Yeah, just my photo. So you don't know nothing. For example, privacy, when people have the information that can harm you, they can keep calling you, harassing you, or they know your address, they go there to your address and do something, right? But if you see my picture, you don't know nothing.
So you encourage us to use our photos?
That's the profile picture is for. For example, you have a university ID, don't you? University ID. What picture do you have in your university ID?
My own photo.
Exactly, because it's for identification. The profile ID is for the identification of the person.
For identifying me.
Yes.
I remember in my freshman year, I read an article from WeChat.
Okay.
this an article about this problem. Why Chinese people usually use some as their.
Oh, okay. So what is the article said? So what's the problem? Because, for example,
I forget. So.
okay. Because, for example, usually this is universal, okay? For example,
This is universal.
what I'm trying to say is universal. For example, if I don't see your picture I'm chatting with you right in the internet, I don't see your picture, I tend to trust you less.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you're hiding something for me. For example, you can do this in real life too. For example, if I'm a teacher, if I'm teaching my class and my hands in back of my body, they cannot see my hand. They feel I am not. No, yeah, they feel that I'm not friendly. They feel like I'm more authoritative. They feel like they cannot trust me. For example, if you see my hands, I'm talking to you, you can see my hands here, right? I am more friendly. More friendly. If you don't see my hands, what is he holding? Does he hold a knife there? For example, if I just do this, here's the most friendly position. You can see my open palms. If I do this, I'll become a little bit more authoritative. If I point a finger, I'm giving you an order. I'm being more authoritative. So the picture has the same meaning in the social media, in the computer. For example, if you're talking to someone, like you're gonna hire someone from the internet, you don't see their picture, you trust them a little bit less. Because it feels like they're trying to hide something.
This maybe because do you think that in your own way, but for us, it's just.
Do you know the LinkedIn? LinkedIn? Yes. It's not working in China anymore. A few years ago you could use LinkedIn, but now it's banned in China. For example, this app here.
LinkedIn.
So LinkedIn is a social platform for professionals. Yeah. You put your resume there. There's some company that goes in there to hire people, right? So it's the same thing. You put your profile, you put your resume. I studied in this university. I have experience in this. It's not for just communication, but it's for professional communication, okay? So, and when people don't use their picture in the profile, they did a study. They're 15 times less likely to be hired. For example, if you're looking for a job in LinkedIn, and you don't have a picture, they're 15 less times likely to hire you. Because they don't trust you.
If we look for a job, we must use our own photo because you hire them.
No. Sometimes they don't just leave it blank. They don't put anyone's picture. They leave it blank. So they're not trying to put somebody else's picture. They leave it blank. They don't put a picture there. So they're 15 times less likely to hire you.
I got it. Teach me some Portuguese. I just look up my phone.
Wow, why do you want to learn Portuguese?
Just for fun.
Oh, okay.
Because my second language is Japanese. It's so hard for me. In my sophomore
second
year,
language is Japanese, not English?
Second foreign language is Japanese.
Okay, the first
My
foreign
first
language,
is English.
Oh, I see.
My second foreign language is Japanese. Because it's special for our English major students.
80% of people
80%.
who has no English as the first language, when they're studying the second language, 80% of people are studying English. Do you know why?
Because because this language is the most widespread in the world.
Yeah, exactly. This is the business language of the world. For example, Brazil speaks Portuguese, China speaks Mandarin. So when we do business, Brazil do a lot of business with China. We don't do in Portuguese and we don't do in Mandarin. We do in English.
It's an
Yes. So yes.
international language.
So if you, unless you are a native speaker of English, you could choose whatever, right? But if you're not native speakers of English, so people, English is the best language that you can learn, right? So that's my case. My native language is Portuguese. When I want to learn a language, I try to learn English. Yes.
Some schools, their students from English major, they can choose their second foreign languages, such as Spanish, French, Russian, or Japanese. But for us, we just Japanese.
I tried to learn Japanese before,
Okay.
because in my
In your country, you're Japanese?
in my hometown,
Hometown?
there's a lot of Japanese people there. So the Japanese people, they immigrate to Brazil about 120 years ago, and they settle to a neighbor city of my hometown. So a lot of people, Japanese people, they come to study in my city. It's a bigger city. For example, I was working in a company before coming to China. Half of the people there are descendants from Japanese. In my university class,
Descendants?
yes, their grandparents came from Japan, and some of them speaks Japanese because their grandparents they're teaching their kids to speak, right? And in my university class, half of people are Japanese. They're born in Brazil. They're Brazilian. What I'm saying is their great parents came from Japan. So they keep their traditions very close. Some of them speak good Japanese because of their parents. The great grandparents teach their parents. Their parents teach their kids. So they know some Japanese.
Their parents teach them Japanese, and in their school, they learn Portuguese.
No, they learn from their parents Japanese.
No. But they are in Brazil, so they say,
They keep their traditions. They wanted to keep their language.
okay,
For example, my sister married her husband is half Japanese.
half Japanese.
So her mother was Japanese and her father was a Brazilian. So the husband of my sister, she's half Japanese. So my nephew is 25% Japanese.
Yeah, 25%.
So for example, Japan has this policy. If you have Japanese blood, you qualify to do internship in Japan. They pay you to do this. So if my nephew wants to go to Japan, they're gonna pay him for just go there and have a internship, or I don't know. I was trying to go abroad, and then I looked into going to Japan, and I didn't qualify for anything because I don't have Japanese blood. But my nephew has it, so I find a lot of things that would be good for him, but not for me.
So pretty. Sounds like I heard of it from your lessons. You said in your country there's some Japanese or something. Some impressions about
There's a lot of Japanese in my country, yes.
a lot of Japanese. In my sophomore year, we had Japanese classes, but I learned it back. I learned it don't so well. But
So
now,
I was trying to learn Japanese because I was trying to go to Japan, but I couldn't go there. I stopped studying Japanese anyway.
I just say a little Japanese. I just can say a little. But now I'm learning Japanese so hard because it's important. In my sophomore year, I didn't spend so much time on it. It's on my English, so I improve it a lot. Yeah. You see there. This software recite Japanese words every day.
Okay.
2 months.
Oh, okay. What is this is an app for learning Japanese?
It's an app,
Okay.
so I can speak a little Japanese,
Okay.
such as おやすみなさい。はじめまして。よろしくお願いします。Some stumbled.
I just speak arigato gozaimashita.
What?
Arigato gozaimashita.
ありがとうございます。
Gozaimasu.
ありがとうございます。
Not gozaimashita.
Yeah.
No.
ありがとうございます。
For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
The-
I'm confused.
This is in the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So fluent. 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7
I learned this when I was a very small kid. My mom put me and my brother to learn judo, like the martial arts from Japan. And the teacher was a Japanese guy. He's teaching us some, for example, when you do the movements, they ask us to do 10 times. So he teaches us to count 1 to 10 in Japanese. So when you learn things as a kid, it's very hard to forget. So this is why learning a language when you are younger is better, because you'll never forget.
You lose things when you're growing up. If I can choose, I will choose Spanish as my second foreign language. Spanish.
So why did you choose Japanese and not Spanish?
Because there's no choice.
Oh, no choice.
Just Japanese.
Well, just Japanese.
Oh.
Spanish is very similar to Portuguese. So I understand Spanish because it's similar to Portuguese.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Spanish. One teacher, Tom. She learns Spanish as her second foreign language. I think it's charming. And if the Spanish is the second most widespread language in the world, I think.
Yes, a lot of people speak Spanish.
Most of the countries in the South America.
Yes, just Brazil is not speaking Spanish.
I know.
Brazil is speaking Portuguese, and the other countries are speaking Spanish. All the other countries.
Mexico or something.
Mexico is in North America, right? But in South America, only Brazil is not speaking Spanish. All the other countries are speaking Spanish.
Spanish. I know.
But Mexico is in North America, is also Spanish.
Mexico is North America.
Yes. North America is 3 countries: Canada, United States, and Mexico. And then Central America, there are a few countries in there.
So quickly. I don't use plastic chopsticks. I don't use it.
Yeah, this is not plastic.
This is for one-time use.
Yes,
chopstick.
yes, for one time, yes.
don't use
disposable,
them.
disposable. Yeah.
Disposable chopsticks.
Yes.
I don't use them. I just use the chopsticks from them.
Oh,
Because it's disposable. It's just for once and use.
okay, yeah.
I think it pollutes the environment and it's very nice. It's so destroy your lips.
Oh, I see. It's rough in your lips, right?
Rough in
It's
your
not
lips.
not smooth like the other ones. Polished, it's polished wood, right?
Yeah. So you want to go? You want to go?
No, I'm fine. You finished?
I'm not so hungry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you eat almost nothing.
No,
Did you eat before?
a little bit.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Not so hungry. I know in Brazil, the people, the guys are full of enthusiasm. You are outgoing.
Not necessarily. For example, you see foreign people like more open because people who got abroad, they of course they are more open. But there's a lot of people who doesn't go abroad. They stay there because they're shy. They don't want to go abroad. Usually, people who travels more, they want to explore. They're more open, right? Extroverted. So usually, people who goes abroad, usually they are more extroverted. So when you see only people who come to your country, those are people who are more open. For example,
Just like you.
actually, I'm not that extroverted. I was kind of the opposite. I learned how to
You
be.
are introvert.
I
in the
learned.
first place?
Yes, I learned how to talk to people. I remember
Me too.
when I was here in China for the first 6 months. I was eating alone. I was not talking to anyone. I was kind of feeling a little bit depressed. But then I said, "Well, that's not a." And then I tried to change, and I did, and I enjoy it, and that's why I'm enjoying. That's why I'm renewing the contract because I'm making friends, and because if I was living the same way I was living when I got here, I would be alone everywhere, not making friends, feeling lonely, and then I probably would be back to Brazil already.
I'm alone all the time. Most of the time.
You don't have roommates?
I have, but I enjoying solitude.
I see.
And I don't deny.
You don't what?
I don't deny making friends.
Oh, okay.
But I enjoy solitude.
Yes, yes, there are people who prefer to be around people, but everyone needs a me time alone. But no one wants to stay completely alone all the time forever.
I love finishing things alone. It's more efficient. It's
Yes.
more effective.
It is because you need to train people how you think. For example, if you want to do things together, they do differently. You need to agree on something, right? But also you miss the point. For example, when you do things together with some other people, because they think differently, that's where you get new ideas of doing things. You may never consider the other point of view because you never thought about that. So this is also good when people can work together. They can have more ideas. They can when they're together than when they are alone. For example, more creative companies, they employ people from many parts of the world. They put them together and they're able to create more things if they're just working alone.
But you know, in my dormitory, there are 6 people, and I usually get up early. I go to the kitchen building and I study, but they are sleeping all the time.
I see. For example, usually, if you sit with anyone, for example, they're together, they usually are roommates. Most of the time. Sometimes they're but for example, most of the students they're sitting together, they are roommates. They become really good friends.
Because the roommates is more closely
Yes.
than other friends,
Yes.
than other classmates.
Yes, they become good friends.
I get along with my roommates this semester more closely. I think. But I still enjoy my time alone.
I have been able to talk to a lot of students about, for example, in the English corner, and of course they ask me about my life, right? They ask how long you have been in China, are you married, are you feeling lonely because I came here alone, and things like that, right? So in the other hand, I ask them also personal questions, like they ask me, right?
Personal question.
Yes, when they ask me about my life, like if I'm married, if I'm feeling lonely, these are personal questions. That's okay. I don't hide. I feel okay. I answer them, no problem. But then I ask them about the same thing. So, what's your plan for your life? When you graduate, are you going to find a job? Do you plan to get married? Do you? And it's kind of surprising to me that most people, like young people like you, they don't want to get married anymore. It's interesting. That was very different when I was at your age. Everybody, they look forward to when they get married and have kids. But now I'm getting a lot of a very different response. They want to just work on their career. They don't want to get married. So why is that? I don't. What about you, for example? Do you want to get married one day?
Last semester, you asked me this question.
Oh, I asked you, right? Okay, because I remember in your class, I think I did.
And you also asked me the questions that my future plans, my jobs or something.
Did they teach you a class about dating in your? I remember.
Dating?
Yeah, the first.
Yeah.
Yes, this year your year. Yes, this is my first year here. I teach the same class to every one of my class. I teach about dating, right? That was the only time I did, and I did another time when I was doing the English corner. I host the activity. I teach the same class, but just few people they want to get married. I feel like
It's a different era.
but I feel like the people who never gonna marry, they're gonna regret later in life. When they get about my age, they feel maybe I should have married.
Maybe they just don't meet the right people.
But that's the problem. If you're looking for a perfect match, they're never gonna find it.
Maybe marriage is the ending of love.
For example, I did have a good experience with my family. I mean, my parents. My parents, they have been married for 54 years. My father passed away last year. So, but my mom and my father, they stick together for 54 years. They have good marriage. They love each other. So my mom today, she's still feeling, she misses my father a lot, right? She feels like when she dies, she's gonna meet. She feels like when she dies, she's gonna meet him again. That's how strong their bonds are.
No.
And this was a good example to me and my brothers. But now, for example, in everywhere, not only in my country, but in the United States, every country in the world, divorces rate is getting up. People are postponing marriage. And if they get married, because sometimes they don't even want to get married at all.
The era is changing.
Yes.
And
But you think it's for the better or for the worse?
And the women, they are more independent, or they are working hard. They are more independent. They make a living. They make a living.
Yes.
For themselves. And
so they don't need men. I feel like for me, for example, men and women, they are different.
They need men, but they not much.
I feel like we need each other. For example,
don't.
Okay, the way I see is like this. If you never married, maybe you heard this before, right? Your life is gonna be average.
Average, yeah.
If you marry the wrong person, life is gonna be hell.
Hell and heaven.
No. If you marry the wrong person, always fighting, always arguing, always
Just
disgusting.
like my parents.
Yes, this is gonna be hell.
That's
If you marry the right person, life is gonna be heaven.
heaven.
So, and people deciding, well, I'm not gonna run the risk to go to hell, but the price is they never go to heaven. So they're gonna stay here.
Yeah.
Because, for example, when you marry, of course, if you date a good person, the chances of having a good marriage is good. Sometimes people date and they date wrong. This is why I did the activity, because there is a right way of dating. For example, if you want to date to find a good partner to marry, you're going to do few things when you're dating. Because today, young people, they're dating and they are doing a lot of wrong things. They're not looking for a partner. They're just having fun. They don't pay attention to the important things. They're having sex before marriage. Those things are getting in the way of finding a good partner. So when they married, things are going south because I didn't pay attention to this before, or whatever, right?
Whatever.
But if you date properly, you can find good people, and your chances of having a good marriage goes high, very high. Nothing is guaranteed. For example, I date well, I find a good person, but she changed her mind, right? She didn't want a divorce, so nothing is guaranteed. Not because you date a good person, whatever, that everything is going to work out. But your chances is better when you date properly.
The students, they maybe wanna get married in their later years.
Yes, one reason people are postponing because they wanted to have their life set. They want to buy a house, they want to have a car, they want to have a stable job.
So much pressure.
Only then they will marry. For example, in my parents, they did different, completely different. So when they married, they have almost nothing. My father didn't have a university degree, so he just had a job, and they live in a very small home. And then, as they were married, my mom support him. He got a university degree. He got a better job. So they support each other. They start building their lives together. But now, usually, the woman, I need to find a man who has a job, who has a home, who has a whatever. They need to have everything. And the boys feel pressure. I don't have anything. For example, usually you pick up any boy here, right? They don't have a university degree, they don't have a home, they don't have a house. They have nothing, right? So, and that becoming hard and hard.
So hard and hard.
And that things are going upside down because the older you get,
the possibilities you get woman is smaller.
No, for the woman it's getting much smaller than for the man.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
剩女啊.
Yes, I have heard about that. 剩女? 剩女.
This word, you told me that you told this word to me.
Yes,
before.
I find additional explanation. Additional explanation. Let me show you. Maybe I didn't show you this one. Let's you. Have you ever saw this picture here? Have you ever saw this picture?
No.
No? Yes. So probably I didn't.
Married women still need men.
So this picture is the sexual market value. Okay, before we talk this picture, so let me ask you, if you're going to marry a boy, so what are you looking for in your partner?
Sexuality?
Let's work. I have asked you before showing this picture. So don't think about sexuality. If you're gonna find a partner, what is most important for you that your partner have?
The companionship.
Okay.
The love, you know.
Okay, anything else? Be honest.
Be honest.
Yeah, be honest.
The money.
No, for example, money is very important for girls. Let me translate, okay? You don't think about money itself. You think about a man who is responsible. For example, a man who will not lost his job because he's drunk, he's not responsible. You want a man who is responsible and be able to support a family. Maybe when they're going to have kids, you cannot work, right? So he's been there working, supporting his family. You don't want to bump. He doesn't have a job, he doesn't have a university degree. You don't want to marry into this kind of guy. So usually when a woman looking for security. Yes. So a man who has a job, who's responsible, who's not going to lose his job because he's responsible. Okay? But men are different. They don't look for security in a woman. Because they are providing security, they look for something else.
Look for whales?
What do you think the men are looking?
Beauty.
Exactly. They're looking for younger women, and they're looking for cute girls, younger, pretty.
Hot lady.
And then comes this picture. This picture explains here, for example, this is the age, right? So 0 years, everyone is born here, so he's 20 years of age. So at 20, 21, 22 years, the woman is at her peak. So he has the most value because he's younger, she's beautiful. Yeah. So for example, for you right now, it's not difficult to find a boyfriend. But look at the boys. For example, look at the boys. They don't have university degree, they don't have jobs, they don't have money, they have nothing. For them, it's much harder to find a girlfriend right now. But for example, when they get a university degree, they start working, they maybe start their own companies, right? So at about age 35, the man is at their peak. Because at the age of 35, he has a university degree, he has a direction in life, maybe he has a good job, maybe he's established his own company. So because he's now has
he needs some years to get a living.
To build up his value. But in the same time, when he's 35, the woman is kind of decreasing, right? And now he's at her peak here. Now he's decreasing in value. So this is why it's harder for a woman get a partner later years. For example, if a man wants to be a father, you know it's much harder to become pregnant after 35.
35?
Yes, it's much harder. For a man can be a father at 90 years of age. That's not a problem. But for men can have kids their whole life. But for a women cannot get pregnant 40, 45. It's going to be very hard.
So there's a gap.
So that's the explanation for this picture. For example, it's much easier for you to find a partner right here in this phase of your life. So for
30 years old, before 30 years old.
Yes. So when I explain this, for example, maybe I talked to you about this one. So in the United States, they have this movement called feminism. Did you heard about it?
Feminism.
Yes. Feminism told women that you should not get married. You should be equal to men, compete for jobs, have a good job, good career. Don't marry later. So a lot of women buy into this idea. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna work in my career. I'll be, financially independent.
Working hard.
Yes.
And get some
So now there's a lot of women in the United States. They buy into this idea. They're financially well. They have homes. They have their cars. Maybe they have their own companies.
They are single.
But they're 50, 45. They're single. They have no kids, and they feel miserable. They wanted to find a partner now. Nobody wants to marry them because men are looking for younger, prettier, and they want to have kids. If they marry a woman at 45, 50, she cannot provide them kids, right? And then it's very hard for them to find a partner. So they regret, but there's no second chance for them. So they feel like they have been
Being single forever.
betrayed. They have been betrayed by the movement because they be independent. If you be alone, but that's not true. Nobody's happier when they're alone. For example, I understand you like your me time, but our nature is to be
Be outspoken.
together with someone. For example, I'm divorced, okay? When I go home, I'm always alone. I have no one special to share things. For example, if I did a good day, I achieve something, I have no one to share. This is sad. Nobody wants to live alone forever. And I'm not saying that pursuing a career, being independent is a bad thing. I'm not saying this. If I had a daughter, go to university, study, have a career. If something happens, for example, your husband die or you get a divorce, you are able to take care of yourself. You have a job. That's a good thing. But some people are just completely pushing away. Okay, just job, just career. No, you have to try to balance those things.
Good balance.
And if you talk to older people, they will tell you the truth, right? For example, that's the advantage when you talk to people who are older and they're more experienced. For example, they did this study in the hospitals. People are very old, they're closing to die or they're sick, whatever. And they ask them, what's the thing that you regret in your life that you would do differently? And they answer things like this. I wish I had more time to spend with my kids.
My family.
I wish
I work a lot. I wish I had more time with my
Yeah,
friends.
nobody asks, I wish I had worked more time. Nobody regret, I wish I had more money. Nobody regret having more money. They regret their relationships. Relationships is what fulfill our lives. Money does not fulfill anything. Money just makes our life more comfortable. And by the way, you're not going to take any money with you when you die. All the money is going to stay here. So my father had a good life. He was a very hard-working man. He has his own company, but he took time to spend time with us. He took time to spend time with my mom. He had built up a very good relationship with his family. My mom, his wife, right? And he died. He left a lot of money. So this year I went back to Brazil to sign for the inheritance. So we divided the money that he left for when he died, right? But that was not the most important thing. See, the money stays. For example, maybe he went to another place. My mom thinking like this: when I die, I'm gonna meet your father.
Spirits remains.
Yeah, my mom thinks, when I die, I'm gonna meet your father. But the money stays here, right? So that's my point. Money is not the most important thing. If there is a place that they go after dying, so their relationship is gonna stay stronger.
Stay stronger.
But the money doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
But if you live your life alone, die alone, you're gonna go there. There's nobody waiting for you.
Die alone.
For example, nobody's gonna be waiting for you on the other side because you have no family, no kids. So it's very sad when people say, I don't want to get married, I just want to stay alone.
Maybe they just said it for a while.
No, but
We expect marriage. To be honest.
what? We what?
We expect.
Respect?
Expect marriage. Being honest. But we just say we don't want marriage.
Yeah, because it's hard. Nothing that is easy.
And we want.
It is worthwhile. For example, do you think university is easy? No, you have to spend 4 years studying hard, right? Doing tests, away from home. So because people feel like it's worth it. If I do the university, I will have a better chances in life, better jobs. So people do it. But marriage, they feel like, I don't know, it's too much work. They will do it later, but then when it's later, it's becoming harder.
I won't consider my marriage after or 8 years old.
Sorry, after 28, when you become
20,
Shanyu,
27 or 80.
when you become Shanyu, you're gonna start considering.
No, 27 or 8 years old is not 少女.
When is Shanyu? 30,
少女
30, 31,
35.
35. No, 35. No, I think
30
I've been
years old.
hearing. I've been hearing that when you get 30 is already a Shanyu.
No.
And the funny thing is, in China there's so much more men than women. So it wasn't supposed to be
Our
hard.
population is
It wasn't supposed to be hard for a woman to find a man because there's so much more men.
so much more.
But they still not marrying the older ones, right? They want a younger, pretty. Okay, let me ask you another question.
No idea.
Okay, my question is this. So where do you think is the easiest place to find a partner?
Okay, to find a partner.
Yes.
I
Where?
don't know. Maybe it's Qian.
Huh?
I don't know.
Give a thought. I'll let me drop this while you're thinking. Now stay here, stay here. I'm just gonna drop this there. Okay. 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 Where?
The market for marriage.
What? No. No, 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 no. The market for marriage maybe is one of the most difficult places.
Most difficult places.
Yes.
They are the forced
Right
by
here,
their parents.
right here, right now. Look at. Everybody here is single.
Gotcha.
Everybody here is 20 years of age.
20 years.
Everybody here has a good level. They have a university degree in 2 or 3 years when they graduate. So look at all the boys, 20 years of age. All of them are single, and all of them are going to have a university degree in 3 years. Here's the easiest place. Think about it. Where are you going to be in your life? That is, again, that you have 13. I don't know how many students this university have. Maybe 10,000. More, less. For example, where are you going to be in your life again in a situation like this? Everybody's single, everybody's 20 years of age, everybody's going to have a university degree. Here is the place that you're supposed to be making friends a lot every day, making new friends, right? Getting to know people, boys, girls, having connection. This will increase your networking. Maybe you're going to find your partner. That's the easiest place to do it.
That's the easiest place.
Yes, because for example, when you graduate and go to work in the company, people will be married, older, they will have no university degree, they will be, I don't know, older, younger, married already. It's gonna be hard.
It's gonna be hard.
For example, the marriage market is for people they didn't get married,
They are unwilling.
they're struggling, they're desperate.
Most of them are forced by their parents.
Yes, but what I meant is they're for example, they're desperate to get married. Yes. Why would they go there? Right now, nobody's desperate. Everybody's just studying, right? They think, I'm not gonna get married. But one day when they get older, they start feeling lonely. They start, I should get married. And then, now it's too late. They're older. They're gonna get desperate.
In China, it's so competitive for us.
For us, who? Sorry. What is competitive?
Um,
To find a.
for studying, for work.
Oh, for work, yes. So did you saw my latest article? This
Latest
one?
article?
Yes. You know my website, right?
Website.
Yes. I gave you my website, I guess. And when I was your teacher, no?
I forgot.
Okay, this is my website here. I wrote about this hardest
Hardest
employment
employment
season.
season.
This is what I heard in the international news. Is that true?
That's true.
For example, they're talking about Gaokao. People are kind of killing themselves to get into the university, but also students who are graduating right now having a hard time finding a job. So this is why when I ask a student, almost everyone gives them the same answer. So I ask, what are you going to do when you graduate? They say, I'm going to keep studying. I'm studying for the entrance, for the master degree. They feel like if they have more education, it's going to be easier.
Last time we met, we just talked about that.
Yes, nobody wants to go and find a work because it's so hard out there, right?
In China.
But that's my point. For example, I talk here about what is the possible solution for this.
Possible solution.
Yes. So as a foreigner, for example, I don't go outside too much. There's a simple reason for this, because when I go outside, nobody speaks English. So I cannot go to a restaurant or a store. It's very hard for me to find somebody that can speak English. Here inside of the university, it's easier.
Yeah.
So for example, if I'm having trouble in the canteen, I can stop a student. Can you help me here? They speak a little bit of English, but they are able to help. For example, you speak good English. You are able to help me if I need help. But here inside the university, it's easier.
Stop.
Okay.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
The last time we met, you just asked me for help. 冰激凌.
Yes.
And I led you to the place, but I don't find the place. And I got an ice cream. I got an ice cream for you.
Yes. So that's what, for example, that's one reason, right? So, and then, for example, maybe what I'm trying to say is, so only few people can speak good English,
Yeah.
and for those people would not be that hard to find a job.
What?
For those people who can speak English, it will not be that hard to find a job. They're gonna find job easier. They're gonna be paying more money. They're not gonna struggle so much. If you can speak good English, you're gonna find a job easier.
I know.
That's the reality.
The English abilities is a necessity for work.
Just only a few people speak English, so you will be more valuable to any company. For example, China is selling stuff, goods for all the whole world, like exporting a lot, right? So they need people who can talk to a Brazilian customer in English. They need people to talk to other countries in English. So that's going to be much easier, and that's the reality. I try to tell my students, not only my students, when I meet a new friend here in the canteen, I make a new friend. Sometimes they're depressed. Oh, the job market there is so competitive. I'm not, for example, especially when you're about to graduate. So you start looking for jobs. Oh, that's not easy to find a job. Or maybe you're a graduate for 1 year, didn't find a job yet, right? So, for example, I gave a speech last week for the students who are in major in English.
Yeah.
They, Alex, do you know Alex?
Alex.
Yes,
Who?
Alex.
He's
He's from the English department.
English department.
Yes,
Alex?
I think you know him. This guy here, do you know him? He's an employee of the university. He has an office in this building
Xiang.
7B.
His last name is Xiang.
Yeah, I don't know his Chinese name.
Xiang.
So he invites me to speak to 5 classes, all the freshmen from last year.
Yeah.
And then I was talking to them. So if you're here, you're in the beginning, first year, right? You still have to stay in university 4 years. If you use your time well, you will be able to learn English well, and in the end of the 4th year, you will be able to hold a conversation in English very well. But you need to use your time well. So study properly, study English every day, a little bit, sing music in English, do the things, right, to learn English. And that if they do, they will have no problem finding a job. The problem is, I have students major in English. They are not even able to hold a conversation in English. So they spend 4 years in the university. They don't
Speak English
speak.
well.
They don't talk English.
I know. It's a severe phenomenon.
But the thing is, they are just studying for grades.
Word rate.
Yeah, they're not studying for learning. That's the difference. For example, I had an assignment. For example, this is my website. Okay, I give the students an assignment on my website. So I have a book here. So let me show you this book. Courses. I made this course. I made this book into a course. I have a collection of 10 books, and I gave this first book to all my students. So this is the first volume. It has 20 countries. So they can read the book and they can come here to website and listen. So they have the MP3 file they can download and play and then listen.
I listen every day.
For example, and then this is the assignment. Listen or read, right? And then do the questionnaire and then send me the questionnaire answers. And then I give them grades. But then I said to them, okay, this is your grades. But if you want to learn, you're going to do all the 20 countries. Because, for example, how do you learn English pronunciation? By repeating, right?
Just repeating.
For example, the thing is, for example, if you don't heard the word before, you don't know how to pronounce. So, for example, I'm using a book right now that said, oh, play this poem and then ask the student to read. But they need to hear first, to see how to pronounce the word. So my book is exactly the same exercise. I give them the book, they can listen for 30 minutes and then they can read the whole thing about the country for 30 minutes. They have a 10 hours practice.
10 hours.
Guess what? Most of the students don't do it. They just answer the questionnaire and get their grades. They don't go over and listen and then read. This is what's gonna happen.
This is us Chinese students.
But for example, few students they understand that this is the importance. They do it.
They know it, but they don't do it.
Yeah, the students who only want to pass, they don't do it. But the students who wants to learn, they do it. And then I tell them, your grades doesn't matter. I don't care about your grades.
Even though you know more about much English words, but you can't speak with them.
Yes,
it's useless.
Even if you speak and people do not understand you, it doesn't do any good.
It doesn't matter.
Yes.
The 5 basic requirements for the English major: listening, speaking, reading.
No, every language has 4 skills: writing, reading, speaking, and listening.
Yeah, for us major.
Speaking is the hardest one.
Listening, speaking, reading, writing, and translation. And the first 3 requirements are important in the freshman year and sophomore year. But for us, in the junior year and senior year, the translation ability and reading ability is more important.
All the 4 skills are important.
Yeah.
You need to practice all of them. For example, I see students, they practice the 3 of them, but they don't practice speaking. Sometimes they're good in English. They read, they understand, they write well, but when they speak, nobody understands them because they pronounce wrong. They have a strong accent, so they don't practice speaking. This is what I'm telling them. For example, they have to do this kind of exercise.
I enjoy listening and speaking, but for us, I'm so depressed that I can't enjoy the English so purely.
What do you mean? You
when I entering the junior year.
for example, I am doing this for 2 weeks already. Where is this? Where is it? Probably I did it with your class too. Probably you're the one who actually have this class.
Maybe.
Because I did this in the first year. I record this class, and then now you can watch it here. For example, English with music. Do you remember this class? I don't know. Did I? Maybe I didn't teach, or did teach her. I don't know.
I remember.
For example, you can come here.
You can.
Huh?
You see my music list.
Oh, I see. For example, I record this class. You can watch here in Youku. So you go to the article, right? So you go to the article, scroll down, and this is in Youku. You can click here and watch it. So, for example, when I have a break, the class break, right? So because I'm using their book, so in the break time, I play some music. I put the video. They can see the lyrics there. I have some fun with them. Then, and I'm doing this for two classes already, last week and this week. So in the break time, I play some music, and then I take after the break finish, I take 5 minutes to talk about how important that is. For example, choose a music, download the lyrics, learn the words, and then sing every day. One time, just 3 minutes, right? On music, it lasts 3 or 4 minutes. Sing today, tomorrow, and then next week change the music. Another week change the music. In 1 year, you learn 52 musics, a lot of words, a lot of vocabulary, and if you're singing, you're learning pronunciation. So your English is going to be so much better. Guess what? Nobody. I have no one student who did. Teacher, I like the idea. I'm doing this. Nobody. I have 500 students. Nobody is doing it.
I love listening English music before, but now I do this. I do this little. Now I listen English podcast.
Yes, this is a good exercise for listening. Yes.
Every night.
So, for example, this is for listening, but this is for improving pronunciation, because a lot of people, for example, they talk, nobody understands them.
The ways you just said, we all know. We just don't do it.
But for example, I said nobody, but it's not actually true. A few of them do it. For example, yeah, exactly. You are one of. That's why you have good English.
I love it.
Exactly.
I love practicing.
And then, for example,
listening and speaking.
and then, this is what I was talking in the English major. But the thing is, you don't have to be an English major to turn your 4 years university into learning this new language. For example, if you're not an English student, not English major, but if you're doing those simple things like singing,
can improve a lot.
for example, if you're singing one music every week, and if you're reading a book in English every night, for example, for 15 minutes only, 15 minutes of reading, singing one music, right, and maybe listening something in English. I know, for watching a movie or watching a podcast or whatever.
This movie,
Because I know
I listen.
every major has English classes, because the student has to pass CET for. Even though if you're studying, I don't know,
CET, 4 and 6.
for example, if you're doing fashion design, you're not major in English, but you have English classes, right, in the first 2 years. And so if you're doing those simple things for the time that you are in the university, by the end of those 4 years, you will be able to speak English.
Little things matter.
Exactly.
Little things matter a lot.
And I can tell you what, maybe your English ability will be more important for you to find a job than your graduation. If the students just understand that, this is going to change their lives. But I tell them, teach them, they feel like, oh, I don't care.
Whatever.
So when they want to look for a job, I should have listened to that teacher, because now if I have English, I would get this job. Because they're going to see the other guy getting the job because they speak English.
They don't get a job because of their English ability.
Yes.
of goodness.
For example-
watching English videos,
I'm gonna send you the link of my.
send it to me.
So since I teach you, I put so many posts there. Some really good posts. I talk about job interview, networking, using music to learn. I'm talking about values like integrity. I get a student, I catch a student. She answered the attendance, and then she moves to another place and answer again. So for example, I don't say their names. I call them by numbers, right? Because I don't pronounce Chinese names. I said number 1, I'm here, and then she changed place, and then I call number 5, I'm here. And I thought, well, it looks like the same. I was a little bit not sure, right? But then
Some students don't attend the class, and
somebody answers for them.
yeah.
Yes. So and then I did the attendance again by the end of the class. I was expecting to have one more missing students, but then I have 5. So 4 students answered for the student who didn't come, like you said. And this one.
I said 5 times.
So for example, you can maybe go here. This is my. I wrote this today. It's easy to deceive me.
It's easy to deceive.
So I for example, I put a. And then I was explaining exactly what happened today in class, right? So I put it here. For example, that student was sitting here. He was sitting here, and then she moves to another place, and then answer again. But she was not here. She actually ended up leaving my class. So my purpose is not to shame students. I don't shame people, because if I shame you, you're gonna be hating me, right? So my purpose is to inspire you to become better.
You're just pretending. It's fine.
No. My purpose is to inspire you to become better. For example,
It's your thinking.
so I didn't. Even though if I had the picture of the student, I wouldn't post here because I don't want to shame. All right, this is not okay. So, but let me show you here. So you know this because you are my student, right? This is my grading, right? So this is the attendance, and this is the homework, and this is the assignment, right? So attendance 3 points. If you don't go to attendance 0. If you get the excuse paper 2 points. So attendance is 30% of the final grades. 30%. So it means if you miss one day, it means less than 1 point in the final exam, in the final grade. It means 0.9. So the student are willing to lose their integrity for less than 1 point. Because, for example, if I know you're cheating, right? You're answering for your classmate, or if you're not an honest student, right? So you cannot ask me for a letter of recommendation. So later when you need more grades, you're not studying, you're trying to cheat. You're going to be a bad student in my eyes.
Because I lose your credibility.
Exactly. And you're doing this for less than 1 point.
I know.
I don't understand.
You perceive honesty
And I put another example here. Maybe you have seen this. I don't know if I share this one.
I know.
Okay. This is a video in YouTube. This is gone viral in the internet. So this is a judge in Miami, and she was kind of she's a judge.
Judge
in Miami, yes. And she was kind of overseeing people who did bad things, like thieves, right? So yes, she's kind of sentencing them to in jail. And here she's kind of doing this for this man here. And then she recognizes him as her classmates in junior high. Wow. And then she said, did you went to the Nautilus High School? So, and then she's kind of, she thinks that she recognized him. So she asked him, did you went to the Nautilus High School? And then he recognizes her too. So they recognize each other, and then she said, you are one of the nicest kid. I play football with you. And now he becomes the person in jail. Yeah, he becomes the person in jail, and she becomes the judge. So my last paragraph here say, allow me to drive, for example, I put it here. Let me clear. Heading the wrong direction, even in small matters, can lead to dark places. So nobody starts stealing big things. They start doing small things wrong, and that's becoming bigger and bigger. And then you get to the point, and then you go to the jail. So, for example, cheating, answering students' place. These are small things. It's not too bad, to be honest, but they're the wrong direction. But they're the wrong direction. So if you keep doing, you're gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then one day you can end up here.
I hate that. In our final exams, a lot of people they cheated.
Yes.
Just for some grades.
Exactly.
I hate that.
I get them too. Maybe let's see if I wrote this one here. Because after you were one my first year here, right? So after I being your teacher, a lot of happened. So
A lot of happens.
yes. So maybe you can read this one here. My vacation, Brazil.
You can.
Oh, I didn't put it here because again I didn't want to shame students, but I wanna. So I bought several. For example, this is a camera. I have a few other ones. So when I'm doing an exam, I put a camera in the looking the students there in the back of the class. I just put the camera around the class, and I don't hide from students. Oh, I'm recording, right?
Recording?
I tell them I'm recording you guys doing the exam. So I caught several students cheating, and then I kind of edit the video. I kind of have a very 5 seconds. Oh, this guy's cheating, this other one's cheating, but I didn't publish because my purpose again is not to shame them. But then I go back to class and say, oh, I kind of prepare a special class. I put all the students cheating for all my classes. I have more than, I don't know, 10 students cheating in all my 10 classes, right? So I kind of show them this short video.
Yeah.
You guys cheating, right?
Evidence.
And then I prepare a class about honesty. And then I tell them, for example,
I know.
you're cheating to increase grades. Grades are not important. So because, for example, when you go for a job interview, they would not ask you your grades. They don't care. They don't want to see your grades. They don't really care about if you're a bad or good student. They want to know if you can speak English. For example, when you're talking about language skills, they don't care if you have good or bad grades. They want to know if you can hold a conversation in English. You can be the worst student ever, 60, best only the minimum grade, but if you can speak good English, that's what's matter. So the students are running the risk of being expelled or being, I don't know, fail the class for increasing something that nobody cares. The only person who cares about your grades is you and your mom. Nobody else. Not even me. As a teacher, I don't care about your grades. I really don't care.
In the first semester, in my fresh year, you are my oral English teacher. The exam, most of the students, they cheat. Many of them get 100 score.
Yes, guess what? If they go to a job interview, they don't speak English, they would not get hired. It doesn't matter their grades. That's kind of a. It's not a revenge, but this is gonna happen.
I know, grades is not so important, but they are the evidence for our awards or some scholarship or something.
Yes,
so,
but you're only going to realize that after school, because you're gonna go out for a job. Nobody's gonna ask you to see your grades. Nobody.
But I work hard to get my real grades. Just now you talked about the CET 4 and 6.
CETs 4 and 6.
And last semester I passed the TM 4.
Oh.
and I'm the good good standard. You know, when you over 60, you pass the exam, and when your grade is over 70, your grade is good, and when your grade is over 80,
Okay.
and this exam is so difficult. In my class, there are 38 students. Just 8 students pass the exam.
How many?
8.
Eight.
So it's so hard.
Okay. So those students who had 100 grades, right? They cheated in the exam. They had grades 100. They didn't pass.
No.
No.
This examination is strict. We cannot cheat.
Okay.
It's so important for our English major students. There are TM4 and TM8. They are so hard, and in your second semesters, in your sophomore year, you must attend the TM4 exams for our English major. But they are so hard, and the rate of the pass rate is so low. You see, just 8 students
Yes.
pass the exam. Last semester I worked so hard for it. I prepared the whole semester, and I get good grades. You know,
You didn't pass? You passed, right?
I'm 74. I'm good.
Okay, you're okay. You did pass.
And the 7 students, they are over 60. He passed it.
Okay.
And I'm the only one good.
Okay. Congratulations. But what I'm saying, for example, you told me that a lot of students cheat, right? When you're my students, right? In your class. So some of them maybe even get better grades than you, but they don't speak English as well as you do.
I know.
So that's the real test, to be able to speak.
The TM4 and 8, they are the real examinations.
Yes.
They don't like the final exams in our college. They are so strict.
And also there's another point when you're learning a language. So do you know, for example, if you have to present an English test, it has to be taken in less than 2 years, right? Because they expired.
Expired?
Yeah, for example, if you this test was taken 3 years ago, no, it's not valid anymore. You need to take a new one. Do you know why they do that? Because language skills, they are perishable. If you don't keep practicing, you forget. That's, for example, I have students who are speaking good English when I got here in China. They are my students like you, and they graduate and they stop speaking. So I had that experience to maybe a student that I messaged me, oh teacher, and they sent me a message. I said, oh, can we video call? And then I video call them, and they have so hard time to speak again. And I said, are you practicing? No, I stopped practicing when I graduate. So they're not speaking for 2 years. They forgot almost everything.
So you must practice in it every day.
For example, they can relearn faster because they knew already before, right? But if you stop practicing, your English is gonna get lower again.
I won't stop practicing it. I love it.
Yes.
I listening and speaking it every day.
Very good. So keep doing this.
I watch English videos.
But more important, for example, watching videos is easy, find something to read is easy, find something to listen is easy. But maybe what's not that easy is to find someone to talk to like we are doing right now. So
I enjoy our conversation.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is make friends that speak English and practice with them. So don't lose those friends. Because, for example,
I love the face-to-face conversation with you.
Yes. But what I'm saying, for example, maybe you go back home, nobody speaks English back home, right? Maybe you're gonna
just Portuguese.
No, what I'm saying, for example,
Japanese.
So when you go back to your home, graduation, when you finish, does anyone speak English there?
No.
So that's why you have to make friends that you can keep talking to them in English. Because that's the problem. When you go back home, if nobody speaks English back home, you stop practicing. stop speaking. You can keep reading, you can keep listening, but if you don't have anyone to talk to, you're gonna be stop practicing speaking.
I know. Perseverance is important.
What? Perseverance, yes.
Perseverance is important.
One thing that you can do to keep the skills sharp is to be teaching somebody.
You learn it and you teach it. It's the most efficient. You grasp things.
Yes, because when you're teaching, you have to speak. So, for example, you're teaching English, you're speaking in English, right? So you don't forget how to express yourself. There is a very interesting story about a lady who was living in a very cold country. In the winter, usually the pipes freezes. So, for example, you have a running water, but it gets so cold the water freezes inside of the pipes. So you open the sink, right? No water because the water is frozen. So a lot of people in the building has no water because it freezes in the pipe. But there's one lady that has water. So, and they get curious, oh, why do they have water?
She stored them?
No.
What?
So I'm about to tell you. So people are coming to her door asking for water, and she keeps giving them water. So because she was keeping the water running, that's why her water didn't froze.
I know.
So the same thing is in English. So if you keep running, talking, teaching, so your English is gonna stay sharp. It's not something that you can keep stored and then not speaking, then you're gonna lose. So this has happened to the other apartment. They keep the water closed. They didn't give to anyone, so they lost it because they froze it.
This afternoon, I attended a lecture from a famous teacher from Beijing.
Okay.
Beijing Foreign Language University. He gave us an excellent lecture, and there are students from the freshman, sophomore, and our junior, and I met a boy. He's from freshman. He's freshman, and he communicates with me in English. Though he made mistakes, but I admired her nature and vigilance. You know.
Sorry, you're able to understand him, right?
What?
So you're able to understand him?
I can understand him.
Oh, okay.
Because he a little bit said Chinglish.
Okay.
But he tries hard to practice his oral English. I like that.
Okay.
No one like him.
Yes.
Can do that. Though he made mistakes.
Everybody makes mistakes, even me. I make a lot of mistakes.
Human.
Yes.
I admired her vigilance and nature. You know.
Yes.
They are trying hard to practice the oral English, but he says English all the time. I like that.
Yes.
He said he wanna study law.
Study law?
Yeah. But he's a freshman, and he considered his future, master.
Do keep studying like a master degree or something?
Master degree for law.
Okay.
It's rat race.
Yeah.
I think he should enjoy her studying time.
When you're enjoying study, you learn much better. So I feel like
I enjoy it. though.
Especially languages. When you're having fun learning, you learn much better. So for me, learning English was so so nice because it opens the door of a new world. So for example,
New world.
yes, a lot of things that I couldn't read in Portuguese, watching movies in the original language, being able to even to come here. If I speak Chinese, I would not be accepted as a teacher here. So, but speaking English opens the door for me to come here in China.
So English changed your life?
It's changed my life for the better. I had better jobs in Brazil because of English. I remember, for example, my degree in the university was engineer in agriculture. And that one time I went to a job interview for a farm. This farm was bought from a huge American company, and the American company bought a farm in Brazil. So they was looking for a agronomist like me who can speak English. Right? So all the candidates who went to the interview, they are more experienced, they're older, they knew how to do stuff, but they didn't speak English. Guess what? They hire me.
They choose the people who major in agriculture and he says English well. It's you.
Yes, for example, I didn't have too much experience. All the other agriculture engineers, they have more agriculture experience, but they didn't speak English.
You can. So
But I did speak English, so they hired me. So English can do that for you. It's an amazing
buy into
skill.
it.
It's an amazing skill that can change your life.
It's a way to open your eyes
Yes.
to see a new world. You know
Hmm?
Chandler, you know Chandler from France.
Oh, channel.
Matthew Perry.
Oh, Matthew Perry.
Love him, but he died before. Friends. You watched
Friends. Yes,
Friends.
yes. This is a.
the situation comedy.
I didn't know that he died. Did he died? Oh.
A few weeks ago he died.
Oh, a few weeks ago. Oh. I know Friends is very famous here in China, right? So a lot of people watch it. They became very famous all around the world. They transmit the show in Brazil, China, in many places, and they became so famous that I remember reading an article saying that they got paid 1 million for each episode that they did it.
I know.
So many people watched this show.
I love watching it. I watch it 2 times.
The whole seasons,
10 seasons.
10 seasons.
Almost 2 times. I learn much or English from them.
Yes, you learn slang language, you learn jokes, you learn a lot of things. Yes, watching shows is a good way to learn English. But when I'm doing this, I tell my students, put the subtitles, because you can hear and you can read at the same time. If you're having some difficulty to understand, put the subtitles. Subtitles, the bottom, so you can hear them saying, and then you can read, read.
Feel the words.
Yeah, you can see the words and you can hear. It's very good for learning. Yes.
The first time I said I focus on the drama things.
Yes.
But the second time I practice a lot.
I remember when I was learning, for example, there's one very old movie. Do you know the trilogy Die Hard with Bruce Willis?
Choose what?
They made several movies. Bruce Willis made a movie called Die Hard, and they made Die Hard 1, Die Hard 2, Die Hard 3, Die Hard.
I don't know what.
I remember watching Die Hard 1 more than 100 times. I almost memorized all of their saying in the movie. I memorized it. I learned all the jokes. I learned all the words because I was watching and just reading the subtitles.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's a very nice way to improve English as well. So watching movies. I remember when I got to the United States, I didn't speak English. I went to the movie theaters and I watched a movie without understanding. But I kept doing it. So my understanding is growing a little bit, and then
So just now you said love, and you watch. Have you watched the situation comedy Friends?
if I watch the comedy Friends,
Have you ever watched it?
yes, Friends, yes.
And
Not all the
the
10
love,
seasons.
the love between Monica and Chandler is the best love I expect.
So-
you know.
Yes, Monica and Chandler, and then
love is-
Rachel and
But Rachel and Ross, they're
Russ.
it's so dramatic, you know.
Yes.
I love the love between
Mm.
Monica and Chandler. They are more responsive. They are more stable.
Yes.
And
Yeah, Russ and Rachel, they're not very good example. They didn't get married. They have kids, and they have one kid, but they still not married.
they have child, but they don't get married.
Yes.
And in the last episode, in the last season,
Mm.
they are together.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But in the first two seasons, Ross and Rachel, their love is more fabulous.
People like romantic comedies, right?
I prefer the companionship between Monica and Chandler. They are their love are mature. Their love is mature. They are not childish.
Yes.
That's love. That's the love I seek for.
Oh, okay.
If I met a man like Chandler,
So you did not answer my question. Are you planning? Are you want to get married one day? Yes.
maybe.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good
Maybe,
answer.
But it won't too
Only
early.
only if you huh?
But it won't too early. It won't too early.
Not too early.
Yeah, not too early.
Okay.
I don't want to.
Why not?
For the time being. For the time.
Yes, of course. But after marriage, this is a good thing to have two
I
kids.
wanna take my time and enjoy my time.
I'm not saying that's easy to have them. I have been a father, but this is the one thing that's gonna change your life for the better. But I'm not saying that's easy, right? Nothing that's really good is that easy. For example, university is a good thing, but it's have to work hard, right? So to raise kids gives a lot of work, yes, but they change your life.
No pains, no gains.
Yes, no pain, no gains.
For what? I forget what I'm saying. I forget.
Yeah, that happens to me too. Don't worry.
Again. What?
So what time is it now? I think we've been talking for a long time now.
8:20.
8:20. Yes.
So you want to go in?
Yes, I'm gonna go. Yeah. But
I should study.
huh?
I should study.
Oh. Okay.
Teaching journey. Oh my.
It was really nice meeting you, having dinner, talking to you.
It's my pleasure.
No, it's my pleasure.
No, it's my pleasure.
I don't get that too often. I don't know. I feel like the students sometimes are shy to. I don't know.
History.
Not
It's not
or they don't speak English well. They feel a little bit overwhelmed to sit with me.
Overwhelmed.
Yes, for example,
they
that.
are confused and
No, this happens a lot. For example, when I sit, I'm trying to make friends every day here, right? So when I sit at a table and I try to talk to some students, and they don't speak English, I think they feel very uncomfortable, and they finish eating very fast and they leave.
they overcome them. It's a process.
Yes, but they feel uncomfortable when I sit them. I ask them questions, and they try to talk to me. They cannot communicate. I feel like they feel nervous. They kind of even sometimes they don't finish. I finish, and they go leave me. That happens a lot.
I can accompany you with you for what? When I speak English in the first place, I feel uncomfortable.
But the more you speak, you start feeling more relaxed, right? This is normal. When I get there and the student doesn't go away, they kind of see that I don't bite, right? And they start feeling a little bit more relaxed. So actually, I'm going to go. What? Want to take a picture?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to this side, this way.
Okay.
So where are you going? Where are you going?
The kitchen building.
The teaching 7?
7.
Huh?
Yeah, kitchen 7. I can walk with you for the sun beam.
Oh, okay. I actually gonna get a fruit, like a melon in the fruit corner. Do you know? Fruit corner over there.
No.
And then I go home.
Okay. It's too late. You should go.
No, it's not too late. So they seem they're having something in the playground.
I will invite you next time for dinner.
Okay. Okay.
We can talk about some other topics.
All right. So today we're lucky because you just messaged me. I didn't have dinner yet, right? But usually I have students who message me and they message me like 6:30, 7. Then I have lunch. I have dinner already. So I say, sorry, I have eaten already.
Okay.
But just invite me a little bit earlier. Today you're lucky because I came here a little bit late. So I didn't have eaten yet.
Actually, I don't expect you will say yes because it's a little bit late tonight.
Yes.
My dormitory is no. You.
I'm going there. That next corner. Okay. Okay.
Go.
All right. Thank you very much. We'll see you later.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye bye. Hello.
Hello，你好。他们有关吃的。Hi.
Hi. Hello.
Hello.
So how are you doing?
Fine.
Huh? I always come here for the pineapple or melon.
Oh, I buy this.
Yes, I want to get maybe this today. Yes, 2.5.
哈密瓜。我也要哈密瓜。要2个哈密瓜。2个哈密瓜5块钱。你要袋子吗，同学？要袋子。不要袋子。不用。不要袋子，自己拿，好不好？好。
起飞到站2.45元。
这个是微信也可以。可以啊，可以，都一样。
Thank you. 谢谢。
谢谢。
So what does it say here? What's that?
This.
Yes.
No. You can.
I never knew. I always got something I never knew because in Chinese, I don't know. It's nothing, right?
对， it's nothing.
Ah, okay.
5块钱，好，这个大。
So where are you going?
I just come back. This is my friend.
Hello.
Wait, hello. 我一开始也听不懂。We go out. Go.
Are you going out or are you coming back?
Yes.
Going out?
No, I'm
Coming
back.
Ah, coming back.
Yes.
Ah, I see.
可以说吧。I go.
Where?
I go.
Go where?
Go sleep.
Okay. Alright.
Why did you eat ice cream?
Why? I like it. I love it, ice cream.
When I see you first.
The
I
first
see.
time? The
Wait,
first time you
yes.
saw me, I was eating ice cream.
Yes.
When? Where?
Here.
Second floor canteen? Second floor, get a Pidgeling?
Yes.
Yes. Sometimes I get a Pidgeling. I love ice cream.
And I also ask, do you feel cold? And you say no.
No, yes. No.
Huh?
Alright. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
See you.
See you.
So much sugar. What's that? So much ago.
相同口味的，得要一样的。
哦，OK。
相同口味的。
这是这个。
OK。
你要哪个
OK。
这两个都要。
Yes。
51.9，共计51.9，收款成功51.9元。
谢谢 ，Thank you。
这个是买一送一的。
I don't understand what you're saying, but I think I saw the yes. Okay, thank you. 谢谢 Bye bye. Hello.
嗨，小围绕。嗨，好久不见。
Are you going to shop?
哦，ice cream。
Yes.
怎么你不冷吗？
Is it cold?
What?
No, it's good. It's nice. Good. Very good. I love ice cream.
等一下，我一下没见了，等一下。
I will buy something.
I will wait.
Okay. Bye bye. See you. Goodbye.
1 插个头，插个。